Hey everybody, welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. Welcome if you're new to the channel, welcome back if you're returning. It's just so lovely to have you here. I'm Heather, I am an animal communicator among many other things, and I, on this channel, merge together people who love animals and also the energy of source spirit and bring you guided messages. Today we are asking what is your biggest fear or one of your biggest fears and how to face it. So for pile number one, we have got compassion, and your charm to help guide you in is a lovely pink star. For pile number two, we have got safety, and you have got a white cat. And for pile number three, we've got authenticity. And your charm is a crescent moon. There you go. Okay. So on this channel, I do work with the energy of pets. I channel messages from source and via pets who are in spirit, real pets who lived on this earth plane. This is Merlin, who's going to be joining me today. And the reason I do this is because pets have a lot of information that they want to share with us humans about how to have a better life experience. They live with us humans. They have a vast amount of intelligence, more than we think that they know. And I get deeper messages and receive thoughts, words, images, and feelings from animals. And those are live and those in spirit. So I really hope you enjoy the experience if you're new. And just to say that it is the end of the month, there is a monthly prize draw for subscribers of this channel. So you have to be a subscriber of this channel and then also subscribe to my website, and there's a link down below. So you need to, when you subscribe, tell me who it is, and then when you're on my website, then I know to pick your name if you're interested in a prize draw or not. So you're very welcome to that, to join us if you'd like. And yeah, hopefully otherwise we'll see you in your readings. Okay, take care. Take care. What am I doing? I'm all muddled up this morning. Our clocks have changed. Right, I will pause. I'll see you in your readings. Hey, pal number one, welcome to your reading. You chose this card of compassion. You are loved unconditionally. You also chose this star, which is actually quite reminiscent of this energy going around this person's head. But stars are also a card of faith and also of compassion. They're also a card of spirituality, a token, a symbol of spirituality. And pink is about real heart-centered love. So there's a huge amount of love in your energy. We are going to find out what one of your biggest fears is, though. My eyes just caught this deck and this card slipping off the top here. So I'm just going to take it. Dreamer, you have dreams. Your dreams have chosen you. Find fulfillment in pursuing your destiny. This is the magic of life. I hadn't actually intended to bring these cards out until the end, but they obviously wanted to be here. Okay, so one of your biggest fears coming through already is that you have a very, very compassionate nature. You also have quite a dreamy-like quality to you. It's quite an ethereal, floaty quality. You perhaps believe in the magic of dragons. You believe in being able to love unconditionally all things. However, the reality of that, how that translates into the material world, might not be as utopic. Is that right, the word? That's a big word. You perhaps have a very big vocabulary, so very articulate, but you dream of a life where people are kinder towards each other, but that somehow that doesn't seem to work. It's not really manifesting into reality, and so you kind of perhaps sometimes withdraw into your world of magic as opposed to or withdraw into your world of just inner peace, because the outer world doesn't reflect often enough the energy of compassion that you really want to feel and experience and give. So that is one of your biggest fears, I think, is just, I actually think you have a fear about humans just being miserable and not loving in the first place. But for you personally, I think you have a fear of not really finding enough peace. Okay, we have got the Shekinah Sacred self, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Look at that. Would you believe that? Look, there's another 6-pointed pentacle star there. Wow, you are a messenger of compassionate peace. That's like your chosen destiny. I think you're worried about your fear is how do you help that make that happen? And we have got Isis, magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming a reality. Stay focused. There's this very color theme, very kind of bluey green energy coming along here, which is sort of between our heart and throat chakra. So you really want to express the love out into the world that you feel and experience, and you can see, like you can touch it. You can actually touch it. What's the right word? Spiritually, you can touch unconditional love. You can touch peace. You can feel it. You can actually. I almost feel like you can take energy from nature and actually convert it into like peace. Like I've got this image from Merlin coming through here of you like shaping energy, and that energy in your hands, almost like when you give Reiki, for example, if you're a Reiki practitioner, like what's actually coming out of your hands are doves of peace and compassion. And you want to spread the word with these wings. Again, 2 birds coming through here, or like bird-like symbols. You really want to spread the message of peace. Okay, which is an amazing, beautiful thing to want to do. So how to face this bigger fear? This fear, I think you fear that the world won't find peace. And, actually a lot of the world won't find peace. So the thing is that if you find peace in yourself and you start spreading peace, then people can and will be able to pick up on that. So we have got the 8 of Cups. Yeah, the 8 of Cups. So we've got the 10 of Swords in reverse. We've got the 5 of Cups. And we have got the 6 of Cups. Yeah, wow, you're very, very emotional, which is beautiful. It's very beautiful, but I think sometimes that really takes you to rock bottom. You really feel the pain of the world and you embody that pain inside of yourself. And I think that's one of your biggest fears is like, how do you escape the pain of other people's lack of compassion? So there's a bit of advice coming through here already, which is it's really important for you to focus on what you can control and what you can do something about, and that you walk away from things emotionally that make you feel very, very, very stressed, because you're so empathetic, you're so in tune with your emotions in a way that most people aren't. The slightest bit of challenging energy can really send you spiraling. And you have got a tendency in this energy here to dwell on that, and also here with the 6 of Cups, which is a card of happiness and nostalgia, but it's like you're looking at the 5 of Cups, so you're looking at the 3 cups that are spilt rather than moving forward and looking at how much that has helped actually shape you to want to be this compassionate. So those challenges that you've had, and like the rock bottom I think it's making you hold back, like you're stalling from actually doing something about spreading more compassionate energy, because I think you're just partly you're worried about it. You've probably been stung in the past quite a lot, but I think you have a tendency energetically to your mind stays stuck a little bit, a bit looping in that rock bottom, a little bit in the energy of lack as opposed to the energy of progress. Is coming through. Please take that if it resonates or not. That it's just energetically what I'm reading. That's not I've been there many a time myself. Our mind has to process that energy. It has to be able to free itself to look forward. But what I'm getting here is that's kind of where you might be at this point in time, is just feeling a little bit stuck and stagnant and energetically in this challenge of having to walk away from energy that doesn't serve you, as opposed to, like, there's a lot of energy looking back as opposed to looking forward and magically manifesting. That's where the positive energy is, which is to focus on what you want and focus on giving love and joy to what has happened, because it's made you this incredible person. It's like I'm getting the words peace ambassador coming through from Merlin. Okay, when I shuffle these, I'm just gonna turn them over carefully, because there sometimes has some nudity on, which I have to cover up for YouTube. But as a reader, it's actually really fascinating, because I actually saw that one there. In fact, I've got three, because it really means there's some vulnerabilities going on in here. In fact, both of these packs have. So let me just be careful as I turn this over. That one's okay. All right, self-love. See all the essential nature in all beings. Okay, so this is the first thing to instigate is self-love. Because I think you worry so much about life, the planet, other people. This is what keeps you stuck, as opposed to actually really just embodying self-love, which you can access. Look, we've got these two beautiful, we've got these flowers. I'll pick that one up. Okay, right, this one, let me just check. Nope, that's okay. Alchemy. Breathe well and learn to love. This is enough. Look, we've got magic, manifesting, and alchemy here. Okay, and then this one, rejuvenation. Your fire is on, cherish it, tend to it. Okay, so this is the advice that's coming through here, how to deal with this fear. First of all is let go of the idea that you're responsible for other people's lack of compassion, and let go of focusing on, as much as you can. It's challenging, but you have to train yourself. It's a practice. You have to catch your thoughts and move them to more positive experiences. When you see yourself looking at the past in a way that's not happy, make yourself turn around and see the two cups that are still full, and then you see the past with nostalgia, with happiness. You put the past into harmony. Even if you've got, I'm getting here, maybe some of you have lost somebody to somebody else, like perhaps somebody's flown off with somebody else. But in a way that has shaped you to be this compassionate person. And it's hard sometimes to see that, particularly when you've been through a process of really going to rock bottom and coming back again. But that has alchemized you into somebody who's got more determination. And what's beautiful is that, you know, some people have that type of experience. It could be work, it could be anything, or it could be a friend going off with somebody else. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. But some people have that experience and then become very bitter, and all they want to do is share aggressive energy because they're so hurt. Whereas you're not like that. What you want to do is share how to be positive, how to be happy, how to be more peaceful. But the trick is to find self-love first. Okay, so self-compassion, self-love, catch your thoughts. Remember that you're a magical manifester, and if you want to bring compassion into the world, you have to have compassion for yourself, because you can't give like that what you haven't got. Okay, and so rejuvenating your thoughts about yourself, rejuvenating relationships, rejuvenating connection to nature, rejuvenating your energy. Just allow yourself the gift of allowing your energy to return, and that will really help you with this fear that there is no compassion out there, because there is, but you have to find it for yourself. And then we have to be brave about establishing new relationships, but there's a big learning journey in that. Oh, look, I come flying out. I'm not going to take those, but the lighted cups will come flying in, and the chariot. There's a lot of action going on in there. There's a big wave of action when you feel ready. You have to have your energy in place, in balance, for that to happen. Okay, so let's get a couple more of these. One of those and one of those. I feel like that one wants to come too. Or maybe actually that's going to come in at the end. All right, so what have we got here? We've got the Four of Pentacles and we've got the Tower. Yeah, you are perhaps worried about money is one thing that's coming through. There is a sudden and unexpected change. Maybe this was a sudden and unexpected change that left you feeling a bit worried about your financial security. Okay, so let's turn these two over, and we got the Knight of Cups, who was wanting to come up before, and the Ace of Wands. So there is a positive shift going on in here. There's a positive shift forwards again, emotionally forwards. It could be somebody coming in. It could just be that you're taking action to be more in tune with your emotional needs. And instead of dwelling in emotional energy, you're actually moving towards what you want to manifest. The Ace of Wands is another card of manifestation. We've got magic manifestation. We've got alchemy, which is manifestation. We've got Ace of Wands, which is manifestation. So things are really shifting for you. I'm going to turn this card over here. 10 of Wands. Let down the burdens. Let go of you're carrying around, I think you're carrying around a lot of other people's emotional baggage. Pile number 1, your natural tendency, because you're so compassionate, is to try to take on everybody else's ouches, everybody else's hurts. And I think that that's really hurting you. I'm not going to get one of these. So the rejuvenation, the universe is going to bring you things that are going to make you feel more secure. The universe is going to bring you new, beautiful connections or returning connections. Perhaps it feels like these are new, though. It feels like that whatever connection that is gone, if that was a connection that was meaningful to you. Look at all these birds flying in. I think birds are probably featuring quite substantially for you. Messages, lots of messages coming in, messages of peace, or you're sending out messages of peace internally. Okay, again, I'm just going to be careful when I turn these cards over. All right, is there? Because that one's okay. Healing, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Your answer is yes. A remarkable transformation is occurring on a soul level. You're ready. Okay. All right. So this could be that you're actually wanting to bring in a new relationship. Or you're ready to spread the word. Okay. You're ready to talk to other people about healing. A lot of people want to help other people on what we call their healing journey. But while you're still healing, there's a couple of issues with that until you're really healed and ready to spread compassionate energy. One, if you're unhealed inside, it takes a lot of energy to help other people when you're still needing that energy for yourself. Secondly, that you can end up not actually healing because you're talking about like you don't necessarily achieve the end result that you want because you're still in the process of getting the final pieces of the puzzle for yourself sorted. And then the third thing is it's really important not to get stuck in that energy of talking about a healing journey. I went on a writing course with somebody years ago. She was leading the course and she'd lost her husband, who was a really renowned writer. And 30 years later, she was still writing about the grief process and crying, reading about, what had happened and writing books about grief. And I don't want to detract at all from how she felt about him, but there is definitely, and pretty much all of the rest of us are on the course, we're really kind of feeling that because she'd embodied the desire to teach about grief, she was actually continually really almost every conversation that she was having, that energy was staying in her. It wasn't able actually somehow to transmute out of her. So that is just for some of you, if that applies and you want to help teach about compassion, it's really important to look after yourself in that equation more than anyone else, because what you don't want is that energy to just keep repeating. It's like you want to be able to transmute it out, and that really requires you be feeling very healed or healed enough that it's not then going to detract from you. We want this rejuvenation energy as opposed to a taking on other people's burdens. Basically, you end up doing that. So that's just a wee watch out for some of you. And that's the 10 of Wands energy here. It's like you want to let go of your burdens and let them go flying down the hill. it's like put them on a sledge and jump on board and just go, whoo, I'm off for a new ride. Okay, so pile number 1 in summary here, and we'll just get 2 or 3 more cards just to finish off the message and just get you an extra bit of advice to see what Merlin wants to say. He'll send me through some images, but you're going through a rejuvenation process yourself. There has been a need for you to really find compassionate energy, or you're a very compassionate person anyway, but somebody has perhaps made you despair that there isn't compassion, or maybe a few people, but it looks like with the 6 of Cups, maybe somebody in your past, and it's kind of like making peace with your past, loving that person for everything that all the experiences that have made you who you are today. You don't have to love them for what they've done. You don't have to love anyone for what they've done. And I don't agree that you have to forgive people. I think you just have to be prepared to drop that energy and just accept it. I think acceptance is actually more powerful than forgiving, but that's just a personal thing. And give your mind the job of looking forward and manifesting the relationships that you do want. But here, there's still an energy coming through of you healing yourself or finding self-love or working on that self-love. So you hadn't got this card, yes. You have got this transformation. You have got this rejuvenation. You are ready. You are ready for something new. You are ready to teach and support. It's just a cautionary energy that's coming through from Merlin is that you do that and put self-compassion at the heart and center of everything that you do for anyone else, so that you don't get drained and dragged back a little bit and just feel like you're insecure or feel like, you know, something is going to land on you that you can't necessarily deal with. Okay, so to sum it up, it feels like you're ready for something new, but you're still quite vulnerable, and it's being very self-aware of that and embracing your inner dragon strength, so that you don't give more of your energy away than you have. And every step that you achieve new energy. That one's upside down. I must have put it back down upside down. I don't read this deck upside down. Dogs don't like sitting upside down. Oh, love that. Okay, that one's come flying out. Yeah, so every step of the way you'll get stronger and stronger and stronger, and you'll get more and more into this. It just feels that you're at a tender stage. I think, if that's the right way to say it. Okay, so just to finish off then, so this is looking forward a bit. We've got the 2 of Wands, we've got the 6 of Wands, and we've got the High Priestess. What a beautiful set of cards. Okay, so that's kind of like the closing energy to finish off. Can you see those there? I'm going to put those there so you can see them a bit more differentiated. So the final message from Merlin is that, okay, so what he's saying is that you have a lot of choices. There's a big world out there that you can send your compassion out into in many, many ways. Whatever you do will be victorious, okay, which is great. That's the card of success. And the really important thing is to be very, very guided by your intuition. You're very in tune with your intuition. Occasionally it feels like your head can maybe take over because your heart is so strong, but actually it's your intuition, it's your soul. There's a soul-led purpose here. You might have third eye vision. It feels with the energy, and in fact there's symbols around here. It feels that you're a deep thinker. You're like these big words that came out. So you're very intellectual. The intellect will take you so far, but your intuition, and your heart will take you so far, but your intuition is more knowing than your mind is thinking. So and you're very in tune with your intuition, but I think your head sometimes just kind of I need to put in compassion, like the dreams, the things that sit up in your mind kind of need to be checked out, run through your intuition at every point, and then you'll be very, very successful in spreading self-compassion and love out into the world. What amazing gift pile number 1. And I think you've been through a lot of heartache in order to feel this, because you're just naturally wanting to spread love. But I suspect there might be an energy here, or like needing to understand your boundaries and understanding who you are, and how not to take on other people's burdens as well. Okay, so very positive shifts going on for you, which is beautiful. And just to finish off, we have got, oh, look at that partnership. Learn to grow with others, overcome obstacles, working together, touch each other's hearts while life lasts. Beautiful. All right, so there is a divine partnership on its way to you if you don't have one already, or a divine friendship partnership. It doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. You are ready for something or someone new, or you're ready to spread your word out into the world. And the fear is other people aren't as compassionate as you are. Intuitively, you'll know, just feel their energy, and you'll know in their soul. Most people's souls are really unconditionally loving, but they don't have that in their ego, in their mind. You do. And the way to face this is, I think, just to know when you're ready, embody self-love at every point, know when you're healing and know when you're not, so that every single step that you take is intuitively guided how you want to help, and make sure that you're getting nourished from that. And that will alchemize all the right people, loving partnerships, friendships, soul tribe, that will bring into your world people who have as much compassion and desire for peace as you do. You have such a beautiful gift and such a beautiful energy, pile number one. I really salute you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us. If you are interested in our monthly free prize draw, links are down below. I'm going to be drawing the this month. What are we? We just finished March, so I'm going to be drawing that tomorrow. Otherwise, sorry, you need to be a subscriber of the site, and then you need to subscribe to my website where the prize draw is. So there's a subscribers email list, and once you're on that, you're on it. Like you'll be, if you stay on that list, then you'll always be eligible for each month's prize draw. Okay, Merlin, is there anything else that you want to have? No, he's just like, he's such a cuddly, he's such a loving dog. He's basically, if you don't mind being licked by a dog, he's coming up to give you cuddles. And if you wanted him, he'd give you a snuffle in your ear. If you find that horrible, just know that all the animals are sending you lots and lots of love. Okay, all right, I'll leave it there. Thank you. Hey, pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose this card of safety, and it says you are held, and we have got this white cat here. So we're asking today, what is your biggest fear and how to face it? So I'm getting straight away that you are a real animal lover, and I think you're a real nature lover, and I think you're really worried about the environment. With all of these wild animals being held unsafe, I think one of your biggest fears is, what are humans doing to this world? And perhaps some of you actually work in a nature sanctuary or animal rescue, or perhaps you adopt animals. You might just have a big collection of animals, but you really, really care about nature. You really care about the environment. And you wish with this white cat that you could magic more change. Okay, so we have got Joan of Arc, the voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. These beautiful, beautiful lilies here. And we have got Radha, soul flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. Some of you might be on your own and you prefer animals to people. Or some of you are maybe with somebody partnership-wise, but you don't have a huge number of friends because you sorry, I'm just pausing because I saw soul flame. Okay, so some of you might have, like, you might be with a soul flame, a soul partner, but your friendship group has been shifting or something like that. But here with soul flame, perhaps some of you are on your own. So I'm going to focus on nature, but there might be a secondary fear coming in here about finding somebody who really vibes with you, like who actually really shares your passions. And that could be that you worry about the person that you're with who doesn't share your passions, or it could be that you're worried that you're not ever going to find somebody who does. Okay. I'm just going to be careful turning over these cards because there is some nudity on them, which... No. Wow. Yeah, look at these animals. Okay, harmony. The less personally a situation is approached, the more harmonious it becomes. Okay, and that one's okay as well. Change. Everything is constantly changing. All is well. I'm getting here. I feel like the animals are actually talking here. It's just like, you know, a lot of in the present moment energy of animals. If you actually watch, if you stop and watch birds flying, you know, animals in their natural environment hanging out with themselves, there's a lot of peace that they have. They don't experience the fear that we have about what humans are doing to the planet. So an animal in the present moment feels what it feels. They also are very aware of change. And I think something humans are quite good at doing, and I'm not saying, by the way, I'm 100% of, you know, humans need to change the way they are and how they approach the world. So please don't shoot me down for what I'm about to say. It's just a perspective that humans have this kind of almost arrogance that we think that the world is going to die because of us. And it's like we will die before the world. Like humans will be eradicated. Nature will eradicate humans before humans can eradicate all of nature. That doesn't mean to say that we won't do a huge amount of damage, but the world will rebalance and set itself after humans have managed to wipe themselves out for being so taking from the world. So I think the animals just want to say they need help and they'd love help, but there's an element of harmony that they have because they're kind of at peace for themselves. So voicing the truth where you're worried perhaps that you're feeling about this persecution, about speaking your truth and everything's changing. I'm just getting what am I getting from Merlin? I'm getting an energy of like, it's okay to relax into your cause as opposed to being stressed about trying to achieve it. And if your cause is about, the fear of how much humans are going to destroy, what Merlin is saying that the best way that you can help is actually to be slightly more relaxed, because the more stressed you are about like a cause like this, the more stressed we are, actually, the more we consume, and we can only hold one thought in our head at any one point in time. And if we actually hold a peaceful thought in our head and we come at something from a place of where we're voicing our truth, but in balance and not in stress, then we're putting out loving energy. Whereas if we're stressed and aggressive, we're actually putting out the opposite. And that builds on the energy of aggression and people taking from this world. It sounds slightly counterintuitive. I hope I'm making sense. But what Merlin's saying is that the more you can relax and just flow into what you want to achieve, then actually that is more productive and it's actually more helpful in the environment, because the less stressed we are, the less we consume, personally. Okay, Four of Swords, the Empress, the Two of Wands, the Lovers, and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a romantic element in here as well, pile number 2. Okay. Perhaps for some of you, there's somebody around you, either in the present or somebody you might be thinking about getting together with, who could end up changing the course of your life. Like the Lovers is called a card of change, but the reason it's called a card of change is because when you come together with somebody, you can end up like your whole path of life can go on a U-turn. So it's a choice to get together with somebody in the first place, but it's also a choice about how you then move forwards together with that person. It's almost undoubtedly not quite the same path that you would have trodden on if you had been on your own. So there feels like there's some people choices, important people choices, that I think you might be worried about being disrupted by. So we've got this Empress energy and the Queen of Pentacles. You've got this kind of down to earth, Mother Earth, Father Earth, grounded energy, a strong, compassionate energy. It doesn't matter what gender you are, because the Empress energy is a feminine energy, not a female energy. Okay. So it's a spiritual, it's grounded, it's intuitive. And then combined with the Queen of Pentacles, it's kind of like grounding things into reality. But we've got the Four of Swords here, which is like some kind of solitude, self-love, recovery. Two of Wands on its own, making choices to set goals, to look out into the world, to see what's going on in this world, to actually do something positive, to take a step forward, to move beyond the ruins of humans' lack of doing things right. So there's something about some kind of relationship that's not fitting in with that, or you're worried about finding a relationship that will fit in with that. And I think that's a fear of the planet and a fear of not finding somebody who agrees or resonates with what you're trying to do or want to do. And that might be keeping you in self-love. It might be that you've gone into solitude because of something like that happening. Okay, again, I'm just going to be careful about how I turn these over because there's some nudity. Yeah. Okay. Let me just go like that. Is that covered enough? Hang on. There we go. Okay. Angel over me. And it says, angel wings surround you. You are protected. Replace fear with love. You are eternally held within the arms of an angel and trust. Okay. Yeah. I think for many of you, you're on your own, or you feel like you're on your own. Okay. Doesn't have to be the same thing. You don't have to be, I think emotionally you feel like you're on your own. Okay. And eternal love. You are eternally loved and held within the palm of creation. Feel my presence beside you, my dear friend, for I am with you and you are in my heart always. You're very spiritually connected, pile number 2, but you might not feel that all the time. And that might be you have there's almost like a separation anxiety from something. It's like your cause is really important to you. It's like you need to feel connected to something. And I feel like you perhaps don't feel connected to anything except animals, and then you worry about the animals, so that you end up looping. And actually what you really want to do is do something about it and find somebody who really wants to do something about it with you. So that will happen. All right. Yeah, I think you have a fear that it won't, but we've got a white magic cat here. It's like the cat's out there finding the right person for you, or the right people for you to work with. Maybe the right soul flame. I don't know why I'm getting those out, because I wanted to use these, but I'm going to use that in the middle. Okay. We've got the 7 of Wands. Yeah. Okay. You're very self-protective at this point in time. Okay. You're like quite defensive. Might be quite hard for somebody to get close to your energy. I feel like there's some barriers or some guards up. Okay. So let's get some, actually, I'm going to do it this way. Yeah. Let's do that. We'll get another 2 of another one of these. Okay. Past energy that's made you defensive. We've got the Knight of Swords in reverse and the 10 of Pentacles. Sorry, the 10 of Wands. Somebody has made you feel you've been around somebody very unpredictable. You've been around unpredictable people and you've taken on a lot of their burdens, and that's made you very defensive. Okay, so present energy, we've got the Star and we've got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you really want to highlight, raise an issue, bring to light an issue in the planet. Perhaps raise your star. But here with the 3 of Pentacles, you're worried about people being uncooperative. You've come across people who've been uncooperative in the past. And when you've tried to help other people come together, it's just not worked. So your safety is just to go and hang out with the animals. Okay, future energy, 3 of Pentacles the right way up. All right. We've got 3 of Pentacles in reverse, 3 of Pentacles right way up. There's a little bit of you kind of need to get over that, because not everybody is uncooperative. You will find your right team. You will. You just will. It's happening. The angels are bringing it to you. There's an energy of you just allowing that to happen and coming out of this kind of recovery phase, making choices to be with the people who are going to work with you properly, and support this cause, and find a group that are already in that cause. And then future energy, we've got the 4 of Swords again, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Slowly, softly, gently does it. Pile number 2. I think you're coming out of some quite big experience, or you're a highly sensitive person who's becoming more and more and more sensitive because of what you're seeing. It's like that I'm almost getting I saw chaos, and that word is changed, but I saw a bit of chaos. It's like you just see chaos going on in the world, and I think you attempt to do something about it and then withdraw, and attempt to do something about it, withdraw. You want to voice your truth. You want to find people who have that flame inside of you, maybe even one special person who has that flame inside of you to bring balance and harmony to the animal kingdom, to nature, to the world. And you've ended up being quite defensive, self-defensive, because people haven't been as cooperative as you are. And that's kind of, I think, made you feel, well, it's almost like Joan of Arc. It's like, I need to be a soul warrior here. I just go and do it myself. And the angels are sort of saying, it's like, shh, just relax, it'll be fine. If you relax, actually, that's really more helpful to the planet. And just take it softly, like with the Knight of Pentacles, just sow the seeds of finding the right people, sow the seeds of self-love, recovery, bringing yourself back to your full energetic presence, and just allowing yourself to feel your intuition, allowing yourself to feel the love of the universe, even if you can't feel the love of all the humans at this point in time. Being quite down to earth and grounded and strong in your kind of desire to find the right people and do it in a relaxed way will bring you what you need. Okay. All right, I'm just going to finish off with 3 cards, 3 final cards of advice and a little bit of extra information from Merlin. And then got that one there. Then just a final affirmation card. Okay, so we have got the Ace of Pentacles, we have got the 7 of Cups, and we have got the Sun. Beautiful. All right, what a lovely energy to finish off with. Okay, so what is going to happen? You are, as you relax and you become more and more in tune with how your energy shows up, making that energy very relaxed as opposed to pushing it, just making it relaxed. Doesn't mean to say that you're not as firm and as strong, but it's just doing it in a way that it's kind of like manifesting as opposed to forcing. It's power over force. That is going to bring you new opportunities and lots and lots and lots of choices, almost like you're going to be spoiled for choice and a lot of happiness. All right. One of those choices, or maybe more than one of those choices, is going to be amazing. And that could be choices around the right people. It could be choices around the right partner. It could just be like choices that will definitely help the planet. So you're going to move towards a lot of joy. And the thing is here is just to focus on one thing, move towards it in a way that's powerful, not forceful, and relaxed. Because relaxed energy helps the animals. That's what Merlin really, really wants to emphasize here. And that will help you move beyond the fear of not being able to do something. And you'll be more able to feel that you can actually make changes happen. Love. Listen to your heart, embrace what makes you happy. There are 1 million reasons to love. Okay, yeah. Okay, pile number 2, love, happiness, joy, purpose that is really, really, really important to you. It's all coming. The angels are looking after you. Just if you could just relax a little bit, then everything can get to you. It's like when you're kind of in motion or you're stressed, it's like you're actually sending out a bit of an energy of pain, and that is hard for people to get to come to help. Whereas when you relax and you actually embody the joy that you want to feel and see and experience, then that joy comes to you. That energy can actually match yours. Okay, pile number 2, I think I'm going to leave it there. If you would like a chance to win a free reading with me, I'm drawing the prize draw tomorrow. Today's Sunday when I'm putting this out, so Monday the 1st of April I'll be drawing the prize draw. Or maybe the Tuesday, actually, I've got something on Monday. Anyway, early next week. So you need to be a subscriber of this site and then sign up to the subscribers email list, which will pop you onto my website email list. You will stay as eligible for the prize draw. Even if you don't win it this month, once you're on that list, you will have the chance to win every month. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much. Take care. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose this lovely card of authenticity. Let your truth be heard. And you have got this moon charm here, and you've got these lovely little 3 owls up here. So I'm getting a lovely energy that you are pretty tuned into yourself. You've been doing a lot of work on yourself, pile number 3, coming into balance with who you are, coming into balance with what's important to you. You can see the little things in life, and you can also see the big things in life, and you've got a lot of wisdom, and you've got some ideas. You've got some wise ideas that are ready to be hatched out into the world. And you are, I think your fear, because this is about your biggest fear and how to face it, is perhaps how to put your voice out into the world. You've grounded into reality some really amazing things, some things I think would be incredibly helpful to other people. And I think your fear is perhaps going public with it, doing something that people aren't expecting from you. Maybe a little bit of imposter syndrome going on. I think you probably feel like you've got quite a lot of confidence, or you got a confidence to go out and talk to people, but then you're kind of like, oh, they're going to really get what I'm talking about because this isn't what I normally do. I'm getting actually, I was at a businesswomen's group a couple of days ago, and I met this beautiful, beautiful lady who used to be a lawyer and then went into, doing the color, like people's colors, color me beautiful or something like that. And I'm kind of getting that vibe. She has just had this beautiful aura about her. But there's like, oh, what will people think of me doing something like this? But she loves what she's doing. So it's like, there's a compulsion to actually put yourself out there because you love what you're doing, but there's also a bit of like, oh God, how do I do it? What are people going to say about me? All the people who know me as like a lawyer, they're going to think I've gone weird. I get that. For me, I'm like, I've got a corporate background and I'm like now doing this stuff. It's just like, but I love it. So, teacher awakens. There we go. Yeah, you're becoming teacher. Look at this. It's the same energy. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. Part number 3, you couldn't make it up if you tried. With this moon that's dark, it's like your time to bring the moon out of the shadow. Like it's time to face the fears and come out of the shadows because you love what you're doing so much, or you've got so much wisdom to share. Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. You've got this grounding energy with this red. And whatever you're doing with these 3 little owls here, there's a wisdom that will really help the Earth. And that I think is driving you forward. And that might just be teaching people how to love what they dress. Like, that helps the planet, because when people feel better about themselves, they consume less. And they're more loving, they send out more loving energy. So it could be anything for any of you. These are general readings, but something that you're doing is really makes you feel good, but it's, oh my God, can I actually do that? Can I put myself out there? It's like, yeah, please. We all can't wait. What you're doing is actually really important, and that's why you're doing it. Okay, these cards sometimes have some nudity, and actually so do these. So I'm just going to turn them over a bit slowly. No, that one's okay. Boundaries. Everything transforms when borders are crossed. Okay, I like your reading. And that one's okay as well. Excuse me. Awareness. Commit to see and you will see. I'm just going to pause and get some water. Okay, that's very relevant. Having a little cough in a reading means that you're clearing your throat chakra, ready to talk, ready to start teaching. Teaching people about something that will help them feel more connected to the planet. For some of you, I'm going to use animal communication as a thing. 2 years ago, I never thought I'd be an animal communicator, and now when I talk about it, people feel so more in tune with themselves. I teach it, people feel so much more in tune with themselves. They actually see the planet in a different way. They become far more aware of who they are, the intelligence that we live with. And crossing the boundaries is like, this is crossing your boundaries of self-belief. Pile number 3, I'm really loving your reading. I resonate with it a lot for a start. And secondly, it's just like you're being propelled forward by a compulsion to do something that's different, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. And there'll come a point in time where it's just like, it's almost impossible not to speak up. Okay, so for cards, we've got the Ace of Cups, lovely. We've got the Knight of Wands, lovely. Queen of Cups, wow. We've got the 8 of Pentacles, and we've got the Queen of Swords. What strong cards. Pile number 3. You're just in it. You're in it, right? You're in it. You're on it. You've got this real mature energy with these 2 queens coming through here. It's a nurturing emotional energy where you have said, we need more joy. We need to do something about it. I need to do something about it. I need to embrace what's emotionally important to me. I need to master my thoughts and be kind to myself about my thoughts. And this is basically saying that this strong, grounded, compassionate, authentic energy is ready to speak. You're ready to speak your truth because you've mastered something. You've mastered a subject. You've decided to take a leap of faith and move yourself towards doing something that you really, really enjoy, that will bring you greater joy. And you've mastered the skill of doing that. Now you just have to overcome your thoughts about feeling that you can't actually talk about it or you can't do it. Okay, but you're trained, you're ready. You're on it. It's beautiful energy. Okay, let's get a couple more of these cards and let's go with those two. Again, there might be some nudity, so forgive me. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to read the back of this. You will give birth to something new, something beautiful, an idea manifests. You are now at the beginning of a wondrous journey, blessed travels. You are ready. Sorry, I have to be careful. Okay, you're giving birth, natura, and you're feeling very, very vulnerable about it. However, it's amazing, right? Whatever this is, it's amazing. I mean, your power, your energy, everything, your self-compassion. Keep filling these cards. This one I can actually speak. Free will. Look at that throat. Look at that throat chakra. Okay, free will. The answer is no, yet you have free will. Your decisions are your own, so choose wisely and be responsible for the path you take. Meditate. What does your heart say? Okay, so that no could be anything for any of you. You might be I'm getting for you, like you want to hold yourself back. It's like, no, you have free will. You can speak wherever you want to. Perhaps if you want to try to persuade, okay, this is what's coming through from Merlin, thank you. Some of you might want to try to persuade others that don't necessarily get you, like from your previous world, that you know what you're doing is real and authentic. And the thing is just to go and speak to the people who want to understand. Don't try to speak to the people who don't want to understand. And if people from your current circle of friends, family, people you know, or your past work, for example, don't get it, don't waste energy trying to persuade them to get it. People who are aware of the type of thing that you want to do will be the people that will flock to you, and they will love your vulnerability, but they'll also love what you have to say. Other people don't want to be vulnerable themselves, and they don't want to know about it. So, for example, with tarot or animal communication or anything that I do, like I won't try to persuade anyone who doesn't want to be interested in what I do. It's like, if you want to be interested, I'll tell you about it, but it's not my job to try to persuade you to be interested. That's your choice. Okay, that's your free will to be interested. And if you're interested, then I'll be really, really happy to tell you, because I've got an evidence-based journey of how energy works and talks to me, including through animals. But if you just want to come along with the purpose of trying to find reasons to put me down or to disagree with me, then it's just like, well, I'm not interested in talking to you. So I'm not going to waste my energy on that. Okay, so that's kind of what this is saying. Okay, we've got the Page of Wands. We've got the Two of Pentacles. We've got the King of Cups. We have got the Seven of Swords. And we have got the Lovers. Amazing. Okay. We've got the Queen and King of Cups lined up here. So for some of you, this could be, and with the Lovers, this could be just a real support of a partner for what you're doing. It could be that you are aligning to make a divine counterpart. It could just be that you're getting yourself so imbalanced energetically. Like you're really, now you've done the nurturing, and now you're doing the grounding into reality. The Kings are about making stuff happen. They're in control. They're going to see it through to the end. They're going to make this happen. They're going to push through the uncertainty with the Seven of Swords and move on to really making choices that fulfill you. Hanging out with people, and the Lovers can be a card of love, but it's also about a card of, we call it a card of choice, but it's about a choice in relationship. So if you choose to partner with somebody, or you choose to hang out with somebody, or you choose to bond with somebody, that bond itself forms a third energy which can take you off on a different track to the one that you're on. So it's important when you come together energetically with anyone that you understand that your path is your path, and that their energy can influence that path. It can also change you in a completely different direction if you're not careful. My new favorite cards in tarot at this point in time are the Pages, because they represent their messengers and their newness and their promise, and they're kind of sometimes seen as a bit naive, but we need more joy in our life. And the Page of Wands here is right underneath the Ace of Cups. It's like you've decided to take action towards your joy, and you're going to do that action in a way that feels really, really good to you. We've got the Knight of Wands and Two of Pentacles. You're making action towards having choices and partnerships and money that are in balance. It's like doing things that make you feel balanced. ways to make money, people that you want to hang out with. And it's like, I'm going to leap the fence to make sure I find people that I want to hang out with. And here we've got this grounded, authentic energy, like you're so like masculine and feminine energy and balance, maybe a balanced masculine or feminine energy around you. Eight of Pentacles, you're also mastering your pesky thoughts here with the Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. Like you're moving beyond the illusion quite quickly. You'll figure out very quickly whether somebody's interested in you or whether they're not, okay? Whether there's somebody who is as authentic as you are. And if they are, you'll really understand it. And if not, you're gonna master moving beyond the people who don't get it. And you're just gonna end up hanging out with loads and loads of people, even one special person if you don't have them, or you're going to shift your special person relationship because you're doing something you really enjoy. As you start to teach more and more and more, you're just going to attract more and more people who just really want to hang out in that blissful energy that you're embodying of teaching, of being true to yourself, teaching something that really helps the planet. And don't worry about the people who don't get it. They'll either get it in the end or they won't. And you'll just move past them and find the people who do. Pile number 3, this is a lovely, lovely reading. I know you're a bit fearful about speaking up and starting to teach, but the passion for what you're doing is just so contagious and it will override. It's like almost at some point in time, it'll override your worry about what people might think about what you're doing. Okay, we've got the Nine of Cups, beautiful. We've got the King of Wands, wow. And we have got the Hanged One. Be patient with yourself. Take strong decisions, leadership actions of your life. You're heading towards ultimate happiness. The Nine of Cups is the ultimate happiness. With the King of Wands here, it's about taking actions that are about leading the right way for you, but also being very patient, making sure at every step you adjust your perspective. You let go of anything or anyone that doesn't work for you. You don't need to rush at this. This is something that's going to evolve over time. You're going to become more and more aware of who's right for you, how to put up boundaries for who's wrong for you. Yeah, you're here to teach. You're here to spread the word of something very beautiful. And it feels like it's a real step change for you, but the passion will overcome the fear. That's the words that's coming through from Merlin. And also you're extremely, extremely good at this. Whatever it is, you're extremely good at it. And people are going to be flocking to hear from you. It's your destiny. Acknowledge your mission. Align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. Could you make that up if you tried? And look at the joy. Like you've got dolphins, and dolphins are about joy and are about free will as well. And rebirth. Wow. No matter what happens, you can find new wings, rise from the past, accept the positive change that is coming. Part number 3, you've worked really hard to bring yourself to the truth of who you are and what you want. And that has awakened inside of you a passion to help other people find that, whatever it is that whatever gifts that you've been given on the journey of finding yourself, they're quite new to you. You've had to work at being confident in them, but people are going to really, and you feel very vulnerable about this. You feel very vulnerable about bringing these gifts and sharing and the teaching into the world. But I'm getting from Merlin, you're going to be absolutely amazing. Like people are going to be flocking. He's given me the words guru. He's given me the word spiritual guru. Actually, for some of you, that might be relevant. People want to hear what you have to say. And the thing is that I think the fear is that you're worried about the people who perhaps know you and you'll be going to be doing something different. Some of them will come round and they'll be really interested. All of them will be amazed. And some of them just can't go on that journey, but you'll figure that out. And the people who love you will continue to love you. And actually even more so. And the whole new wave of people that you're going to be changing. It's like next generational wave of love coming from you. Pile number 3. It's very, very beautiful. Okay, so that is your reading. Your fear of starting to teach, how to face it. You're too good not to. All right, beautiful souls. Thank you so much. If any of you are interested in a free reading once a month, I do a free prize draw. I'll be drawing that early next week. You need to subscribe to this site, and then you need to find the subscribers email list, which will actually subscribe you to my website. Once you're on that email list, you'll be on it forever until you decide to unsubscribe. You can unsubscribe really quickly, but even if you didn't win this month, you would still be eligible for next month's prize draw, and you'll also get notification of lots of other things that we're doing, including teaching about animal communication. Okay, all right, take care. Thank you so much. Bye.